Hey guys, what's up? Alright. It's Denny back with another scratch build. Today I got inspired by a company in China, Japan, somewhere out there. Capo. They built this really awesome 8-scale Jeep. Great, it was very, extremely nice. Extremely expensive too. We're talking 2,400 bucks. So I said to myself, you know what? Instead of do something 8-scale, spend $2,400 on it, how about if I just invest a little bit of the money and scratch build something crazy? So this is the frame that I had built. This is all tubing you can buy at your local Home Depot, um, hardware stores, all that stuff. Everything here is scratch except for the nuts and bolts and U-bolts and this rear end housing, which is a Sen GST housing, which I'm making axles, and you can see I got it all bolted together. Now these are some leaf springs that I had handmade, and you're probably wondering how I made them. Okay, you can see they are true leaves. What I did was, when I walk to a hardware store, I just don't walk in and stare at the ceiling. I go in and I look at everything on the shelves, and I picture it in my mind. So what I bought was, it's a septic snake for a sewer rod, half-inch wide, 40 feet long. Okay, and it was 29 bucks, but as you can see, it's spring steel. Okay, so I extended it all the way out, cut the end off of it, what I needed, and made leaf springs. So I kind of took a shortcut on the leaf springs, this is how you learn. Okay, when you're scratch building something, you know, there's many different factors. There's a lot of engineering and seat of the pants learning and engineering too. Now, as you can see on the leaf springs, okay, see I got that rolled on the end, right? And all I did was I bent the springs, drilled a hole in the center, put a pop rivet in there, and hammered it tight. Now you see this end here, my curve's gone. Okay, this is where I get to. This is how you learn. All right, I took some brake tubing, and I decided to take a shortcut, and I'll just weld it on there. However, when you weld spring steel, it gets very porous and just breaks off. So I thought I'd take a shortcut instead of making these, you know, a half-inch longer, and then I'd have to heat the ends and curl them, which I probably will have to do now. I'd rather have it break while I'm assembling it and messing with it than to show, you know, my buddies on the first run and say, oh, check this out, and then it epically falls apart. But as you can see, the leaf springs work very well. You can get a grip on it there. They're working pretty good, so. And I also made my leaf spring width, so in case these scratch built rear ends I have a problem, I can buy the RC 4-wheel drive 5th scale Toyota rear ends for it, and they're extremely heavy duty. But like I say, the frame was just a solid piece of square tubing, and I bent it, the whole piece together, found my center line, I cut both pieces in half, right down the center, top and bottom, and I have two C-channel frame rails now. And the mounts and all this stuff I welded on, my cross members I welded in, and like I say, this is where it starts. I don't know, I did buy a roll of aluminum. It's like aluminum roofing blasting that they use for, you know, your tar roofs and all that, for around windows on all your edges. It was 10 bucks for a roll that's 14 inches wide by 10 feet long, so I might be able to scratch build a Jeep body out of that, because most of the panels are flat and aluminum is extremely difficult to work with. So with some bonding glue and some some aluminum solder and all that, I might be able to come up with a really nice lightweight body. That's my goal. However, who knows what I'll change my mind and do down the road. You know, I could just make it a truggy and build a roll cage on it. I haven't figured out what powertrain I'm going to use with it yet. Um, the Sen stuff is pretty cool. You know, it's heavy duty, it's small, and it performs extremely well. Now these work well with nitro. If you know the Sens, they have a 5-horse nitro motor on them, and the brushless ones they're pretty brutal too, and they hold up pretty well. I've broken a few pinions and stuff in them, but other than that, you know, they're replaceable and they're in abundance of, so they're not, you know, that's something I can just buy in case I mess it up and just take it apart and change the pieces in it. And like I say, if I want to go with like a fifth Gale gas engine, you know, the 2-stroke style that they sell, which the introductory motor is like 90 bucks, you know, brand new, and it comes with a clutch. So that's from Reuben RC. I could do something that way too. I haven't figured out which way I want to go yet. I do want to make a 2-speed transfer case and some kind of a forward and reverse gearbox if I go with the gas part. If I do brushless, which is, I got plenty of brushless stuff and speed controllers around, I won't have to worry about the 2-speed forward and reverse. I just do the 2-speed transfer case. So I plan on buying another one of those Hemis, those Hawk Hemis, because I like those things. They look cool. You put them together. You can put the brushless motor inside if you want to do that. And even if I do 2-stroke gas, I'm still going to put the motor in the front, and I'll put the 2-stroke gas motor back here, and I'll hide it somewhere in the back. So that way I still got some weight on the front for if I want to take a crawling or bashing or whatever I want to do. So that's my new build, guys. I haven't done a video in a while, so like, share, subscribe. You want to follow the build, that's cool, because I'll be putting up segments as I go along. And, you know, as things get messed up, like these leaf springs here, I'll show you what I did to fix them. So if you want to scratch build something yourself, it's very easily done. You know, very easy. I want to mention that I did taper the ends with a grinder. Very quick, very simple, you know, so it works. I haven't quite chose the tire and wheel package yet. RC Fold Drive has a lot of cool tires and rims. But I need something that is somewhat scaled to the body and someone's going to put up with the power that I put to it. So anyways, guys, Danny, I'm back on the Sunday builds. So like, share, subscribe. Any questions, comments, throw them out there. And I appreciate all you guys' support. I'm going to drink some beer and watch some NASCAR. Have a good one. Adios.